Hi, good night, everyone. Is everyone hearing me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Thank you once again, everyone, for joining in to our financial seminar this evening. Now, before I introduce our speakers, I would like to open in a word of prayer. So I'm going to ask Sister Elizabeth if she could open us in a word of prayer tonight. Sister Elizabeth, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Can you open us in a word of prayer?
Heavenly Father, we thank you, dear God, for this day that has passed by. And Father, we thank you, dear God, for this time that we're going to spend under your care, listening to your word, dear God. You get whosoever you let speak today, speak from you, dear Lord. Let all of us get wisdom and understanding to what you have to say for us through the person. Father God, we thank you for each and every one that is here in this together in this group. And we give you all the praise, honor, and glory in Jesus' most holy and precious name. Amen.
Amen, amen. Thank you so much. So once again, our two speakers, special speakers that we have tonight for our seminar is no other than Miss Lucia Kabira Jones and Miss Jamie Hoyt. Now, before I hand over to them, I want to give you a little bio about these two lovely ladies. Miss Lucia, co-founder and CEO of Women-Owned Media and Education Network. She has over 10 years of experience in network marketing. She's a leader and coach on a mission to educate and empower others to achieve their goals and maximize their success. She is also a chemical engineer, holder of an MSc in process controls, and speaks several languages. Ms. Jamie Hoyt, co-founder and director of Women-Owned Media and Education Network. She is also a director of Smart Term Limited in Trinidad and Tobago. She studied at the University of the West Indies, achieving a BSc in Economics and International Relations, and has also obtained a master's degree in global studies, specializing in economics and foreign aid. Now, I'd like you to welcome these two beautiful women. And the topic that they will be speaking about is small business and entrepreneurship tonight. Miss Lucia, you can go ahead.
Wow, thank you. Thank you so much, Alicia, for that awesome and wonderful interview. And I want to say a very good evening to all our sisters and brothers from the Church of Nazarene, Arima, and all the viewers, because I realize we are live on YouTube. So a very pleasant good evening to you. As Alicia said, well, my name is Lucia Jones, and I just before we get into the matters tonight, I want to tell you a little bit about Women on Media and Education Network, which is an NGO, which is a registered NGO here in Trinidad and Tobago. And we just celebrated our first anniversary in the 15th of May. The organization is co-founded by Jimmy Hoyt, which you hear already that wonderful bio. It's a lot more to add to that, but we know we have to be short and sweet. And myself, and how we actually came together, both of us in separate ways have worked extensively with women, beside the fact that I am attached to the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering at UWI since 2005. One of the things that I have done beside that is to work extensively in leadership positions, being a coach, being a mentor of women, right? And of course, Jimmy also have a very, very rich trajectory of this, although she's much younger than I. And we would have met over 10 years now, Jimmy. I saw Jimmy turning into this awesome business woman that she is today, after she have done her master's. And when COVID actually spiked, and we was conversing, everybody was locked down, so you had time to converse with everybody. And we was looking at the trends of how a lot of people was losing their jobs, but women, specifically women, was very much affected by this. Of course, that we was able to see an opportunity in every single crisis. You have to see opportunities, and that is one of the characteristic of an entrepreneur, right? You make things happen even when they get real tough. And this is when we started, some casual conversation and what's not. And then May 2022, we decided, what? Why not to put all our efforts that we have done in our separate parts together and really give back to the community of women? Of course, let me put this out there. And we always make this disclaimer, we are not a feminist organization, right? By all means, we embrace the males that supports the growth and the development of women, right? And because we understand and we recognize that they are part of our ecosystem. We cannot coexist without them. They are also part of our journey. As much successful a woman could be, or woman could be, there's always, that need of that male figure for our empowerment. And then, well, our journey as organization started with the topic of entrepreneurship. We have broken so much grounds, and Alisa Davids and also Ryan would have been recipients and would have benefited from the work that women have done. So this is just a preamble for you guys to understand why we say yes when the church leadership approached us to conduct this webinar pertaining entrepreneurship. So without any more further ado, I want to pass it on to Jimmy, and I want you to pay attention to this information, because basically what we are going to present today is, I will say, like the Bible for an entrepreneur, right? The blueprint. If you really want to suffer less when you decide to actually launch into this tough but marvelous work of entrepreneurship, once you get this information done pack, you are on the right track. Even if you already are an entrepreneur, even if you already have a business, this could be very, very helpful to you. Alisa could attest to that. You will notice where you have fallen short and where you have to now strengthen for your business to take off to the next level. So without no more delay, Jimmy, you could take it away.
Thank you so much, Lucia, and thank you so much, Alyssa, for the introduction. And thanks to everyone who are here right now, who are welcoming us on this webinar to talk about entrepreneurship. Some of you all may have businesses, some of you all may have ideas, some of you all may, just be thinking about something. You want to start something, you want to earn extra money, and some of us, we just don't know where to start. So I have defined this session specifically for you all, and we're going to look at what is called the lean canvas. And the lean canvas is basically a snapshot of what you should be focused in on when it is you're looking at your business, right? So I'm going to share my screen now. Everyone is able to see my screen?
Yes, it's showing.
Okay, good. And I like to get interactive with the session. I know we only have 1 hour, but I still like to know, who's in the room, what we're doing. The agenda for today actually is understanding the elements of a lean canvas. So I want to know who's in the room. Let me pick on somebody. Oh my God, they're saying, no, don't call me. So I am seeing Kamika Alexander. Hi, Kamika. Just, unmute and let us know. My phone is ringing. Sorry about that. Let us know, where you're from, why you're interested in entrepreneurship, if you're even interested in it, if you have a business, just let us know something.
Hi, good evening.
Good day.
Hi. Yes, Kamika Alexander. I'm from Arima. I attend Arima Church of Nazareth, and I do have a business actually.
Wow.
So that's why I'm interested more or less, of course, in getting all the information I can this evening, how to grow my business more, and just absorbing all the information that I can. And first I'm hearing about the term lean canvas, so I'm very much interested.
Awesome. So just tell us what your business is about.
I offer tutoring services to primary and secondary school students.
Awesome. Yes. Thank you so very much for that. You see, it was easy.
You're
So let me just pick one more, and I'm seeing Denise. Denise there? If not Denise, let's pick Dexter. Yes.
Hey, hello, good night.
Good night.
Yes, my name is Dexter Tanis. I live in the Arima district. I'm just looking to get as much information as possible about entrepreneurship and just how business in that entrepreneurship type scenario runs and stuff like that.
Yes.
I tend to get as much information as possible because, again, information is key.
Awesome. And thank you so very much for being here tonight. Guys, I just want to let you all know entrepreneurship is a very vast field. There's so much different facets and so much moving parts into managing a successful business that we may not be able to cover everything tonight. But again, the lean canvas, as I said, is a quick snapshot of what you should be focusing on. We'll touch in detail into the different parts of the lean canvas, and you should be able to get a quick idea as to, what is the issue, how am I solving it, how should I set up my cost structures, and how should I make money, right? So that is the main thing that we're going to kind of get into with the lean canvas. Give me 1 minute, I am sure. Okay, this is it. So let's start with what is a lean canvas, right? And I'll read here. The lean canvas is a popular business model canvas that provides a concise and structured approach to developing and evaluating a startup or business idea. It is a one-page visual representation that focuses on the key aspects of a business model and encourages entrepreneurs to validate their assumptions through customer feedback and iterative improvement. So if you think about everything that it takes to run a business, let's think about departments. So you have sales, you have marketing, you have accounts, you have, channel distributions, that's marketing as well too. You have solutions, what products and services you are actually putting forward. You have your key metrics, which is, the things that you constantly look at to change and improve. You also have things like customer segment. Who are your customers? Who are you actually selling your products to? Right? So think about the different departments of a business, and business is big, big departments, spread across, might have different persons leading, right? So let's say, for example, you want to see how each department is doing. It might take a long time to get through each department and stuff like that. But if you set up a very concise lean canvas, which, as they said here, it's a one-pager document, and you keep track of that one-pager document, you will see where you can make improvements with your business. You'll see where you can, develop different areas. You look at your profit and your loss, and you'll be able to, mitigate any issues within the business through adjusting and looking at your lean canvas. So this is what a lean canvas looks like. It's pretty simple. Again, it's a snapshot of what your entire organization could look like. So in the first item here, we have problem, right? What is the problem you are solving, right? What products do you have? What services do you have? What is the problem in the market? Is it that, for example, the first speaker, she told us that she's doing classes, right? What was the problem? What was the need there? Maybe there's some persons who need extra classes in mathematics, who need extra classes in English, and she saw that there was a challenge there. There was a problem there. So she brought those products, those services to the market, and she filled the gap there by providing her solution. Right? And then we will look at, bringing forward the solution. We look at customer segments over here, early adopters. Who are the persons you're catering to, right? Sometimes you might say, okay, we have a product, and, we might say, well, we just put in the product out there on the market, and who buy. It does not work like that, right? We have to do our research. We have to understand exactly who are our target audience, who is the market that we are going to serve. We may want to serve women between the ages of 25 to 45 for a particular segment or a particular product based on the products, or our product might serve maybe children because we're into catering for birthday parties and that type of thing. So we have to understand who we are actually catering to, right? And then we have to understand what is the value we are bringing, and the channels, how we're going to get to our audience, right? So let's get into some of this, and we'll touch on each point as we go along. So the very first thing here would be the problem. So you want to identify the customer problem or need in the market, right? That your product or service aims to solve, right? Clearly articulate the pain points or challenges faced by your target customers. Let's say, for example, we have Colgate as a product, as a product. Colgate came about on the market because there was a need for people in the world in general to have fresh breaths, right? We don't want to get up in the morning and just put on our work clothes and go to the job site, and we didn't scrub our mouths with something, that will make our breath fresh. So the problem there is that, persons, their breath were not fresh. So the manufacturer of Colgate came up with toothpaste, came up with different lines of toothpaste, and, they solve a challenge in the market that was happening there. So they understood what was the problem and they brought a solution to the problem. And there's various ways that you can go about finding a solution or finding if it is your products and services is what the markets need at this point in time, right? So let's say, for example, you have a product, but you really don't know if this product will do well on the market. What you will do is conduct market research. So you'd go about, right? You'd say, this is the product, this is the services that you're offering, and you would research. You'd find persons on the street, find persons, you know, where you think your target audience might be, and you administer surveys. You are, if they're online, try to find some online mechanism to get information from them. If you can, you know, do foot service, field service on the ground, you know, do your questionnaire and, you know, find persons who can answer your questions, and you can now have information that will help you to determine if your product is a good fit for them. So through collecting that data, you will understand if your product is for middle-aged men, you know, if your product will be for middle-aged men or, you know, women as opposed to men. And then you look at the age group, you look at location as well. So a big part of understanding the problems is doing some sort of research to hear what the people who are going to consume your goods and services, what they are saying, what they need and what they want. Because sometimes we get into business and we feel, well, okay, because I could do this, because I like this, you feel that, okay, this will do well on the market. But it doesn't work like that, because you're not building a business, you're not creating a product, or you're not solving a problem for yourself. You're solving a problem for the masses, right? Because you want to get a lot of people buying your particular product, or at least that particular market segment purchasing your product. So we move to market segment, customer segment, sorry, right? So in any economy or any market, you can segment that market to understand who is in the market, understand, you know, who your products or services can potentially be to, who are you servicing, right? So you'd want to look at geographic segmentation, and that is basically by region, by climate, market density, or market size. So let's say, for example, Trinidad. We have many boroughs, we have many cities, villages in Trinidad, right? And you want to know which area in Trinidad your particular product might cater to, or even if you put the product out on the market, which area typically buys your product more than a particular area. So you'd know that, okay, I'm from Arima, but I find people in Faizabad, you know, they buy my products more, they would order the products more. And this is probably in the initial stages where you may not even have a storefront yet, or you're just, you know, selling your products via online or so, right? And through that research and understanding the geographic of who is buying more in which areas, you would say, well, you know, sales in Faizabad was like, you know, 50% more than sales in Arima. So now you're going to invest in Faizabad. You're going to set up maybe a storefront in Faizabad. So you'll have more products moving out of Faizabad, right? So that's the way you want to think about your segmenting by geographic. When it comes to demographic, you're talking about the age and the lifestyle, you're talking about gender, income, occupation, material status, social class, family size, education level, and religion. So these are things that are really, really important when you are defining your market, defining your niche or your target audience. So you'd want to look at maybe, let's say age, for example, and I give the example of age previously. your products may not be relevant to, 9-year-olds, but definitely you have a market between, 25 to maybe 50. That is your market, and you cater and carve out different aspects of your products and services to cater for that particular market, right? Because, whatever you're selling, that they are the ones that, would need your particular products or service, or they are the ones that will really invest in your business when it comes to your particular products and services based on that age group. If you look at lifestyle, for example, I always use the example of let's say Apple, right? Everybody nowadays have an iPhone or a MacBook, or and these products are high-end products, right? Everybody have the iPhone 14 because it's the latest, or nobody wants to have the iPhone 11 no more. And they have a good working phone, a good working phone. But because the 12 and the 13 come out, they will trade in the 11 just to get on board with the 13 and the 14, right? And I would say that because Apple and iPhones, they sell a particular lifestyle to people, right? They sell that, once I have an iPhone, I'm in the end game. I am in the in crowd, I up there. So people rush to get the iPhone. It's a lifestyle. You don't have jacks to plug in with your headset. You have to buy the earbuds, and you're cruising down the road and you're looking cool with your earbuds in your ears and your iPhone rocking. You're looking cool. So they particularly sell that lifestyle, get in the in crowd, the luxury. So you'd want to know if your product is that type of product, creating that community, creating that lifestyle people want to buy into and they want to be a part of. Not because the product might be the best product, or it may not even be the best product, but they define their product to be that type of product, of luxury, and creating that community and that vibe and that lifestyle that people will want to buy into, right? Again, you can segment your market by gender, male or female. Some things that products or services specifically for males, and then, it's specifically for females, right? So you'd want to know which gender you're catering to specifically. The sooner you know who you are trying to cater to, is the better for your business, because now you can do targeted marketing towards these specific group, right? You want to look at income. Is your products or services catering for persons with a 2-income household, or maybe a 1-income household, right? These are things you want to think about. Occupation. Is the husband in the household? What is his occupation? Where is he working? Is he bringing in a reasonable income that will, cater to purchasing these type of products that you are offering? You want to know if they're single, or they engaged, or they dating, or they married, because these things have implication as well. Again, I talk about the 2-income household as opposed to a 1-income household. The purchasing power there is greater, in a 2-income household than a 1-income household. And then family size and education level, all these different type of things will play a part in defining your particular market, right? Psychographic segmentation. Again, we spoke about lifestyle, we spoke about personalities, and then values. People might have values. For example, this group might have values of smoking is bad. So you all may not participate in smoking. You all may not buy cigarettes. You understand? So that they wouldn't target you. Persons who are selling these type of things will not target churchgoers or that type of thing. They will define a different type of audience just based on the values and beliefs people have, right? And then you want to look at behavioral segmentation. So you can look at, the occasion. Is it, maybe a seasonal occasion? What is the behavior when it comes to Christmas? Does sale increase? What is the behavior when it comes to maybe Carnival or Easter? Does sales drop in Easter? That type of thing. So you have to know if your products will be for, you know, a type of occasion or seasonal, the different benefits to the customers. What are the benefits that, you know, customers will derive from your particular services? User status, quantity, readiness, loyalty status, and attitude. So these are some of the behaviors you may want to figure out early on as well when you're doing that survey, to figure out, you know, what are these types of lifestyle, what are these types of beliefs, what are the types of readiness to purchase your products, you know, what is the attitude towards, you know, similar products or maybe competing products, right? So you'd want to gauge all of this when it is you're doing your initial research to segment your customers. So let's move on to your unique value proposition. So this is define the unique value that your product or service offers compared to existing alternatives, right? So let's use the example of toothpaste again. We have Colgate, we have Sensodyne, we have Arm & Hammer. So all of these are competing products, but you'd want to understand in your product, what is your uniqueness? What do you bring to the market that your competitors may not even think about? They didn't think about it as yet. Or, you know, how can you differentiate your product so that when your target audience go into the supermarket, they would say, well, I want this particular product over this particular product, because the two products is the same. It's toothpaste, right? Toothpaste that will brush your teeth and make your breath fresh, right? But there's a unique value proposition in either one of these products that will make you choose that product every single time you go to the store. And that could be maybe, let's say Colgate has, you know, Colgate have many lines or many different segments of their products. So you might have one for whitening, you might have one for plaque and tartar, you might have one for, you know, that gives an extra burst of freshness. I think I see some of the little minty little things inside the toothpaste. And that is a different product. That is a unique value proposition as opposed to when you look at the Arm & Hammer toothpaste, right? Some people will say the Arm & Hammer is more dry. It's more, you just get a brush, but it doesn't give you that burst of mint. It doesn't give you that burst of freshness. Mind you, it is a good product. It's working really well, but it just doesn't give you that after effect, that feel of, yes, I have a fresh breath, you know, and I can attest to that because my mom, she said exactly that, you know. She started using the Arm & Hammer, and then she was like, I don't like this toothpaste because I don't feel, you know, I don't feel fresh after, you know, she have the brush. So she went back to Colgate. So that is where Colgate has defined their unique value proposition, and that's what you have to do for your particular product. Let's say you're baking bread. What makes your bread different to Kiss bread, right? Kiss is a household name. Everybody know Kiss. They will always go and choose Kiss on the shelves in the grocery, right? For a particular reason, accessibility, maybe consistency. But if you're coming out on the market to compete, what are you doing different with your bread? Are you putting, let's say, you know, what do you call it? These seeds on the top of the bread. Are you putting whole grains or nuts and making it a different experience or a healthier experience? Are you packaging differently, more attractive, so that people will choose your bread as opposed to Kiss on the market? So again, it's what makes your solution different and compelling from your customers. So that is what is unique and specific. Everybody know your particular service. Everybody know your particular product based on this unique thing, right? And they know every time we come to your business, this is what we're going to get, right? So now we look at the solution. Describe your solution to the identified problem. So we look at the problem, right? We define what problems are and how we can get information on bringing about that problem, right? So now we're going to bring about the solution, right? Explain how your product or service addresses the needs of your target customers and solves their pain points, right? So that is how you will develop your solution, by understanding what is happening in the market, what is happening with your target customers, what do they want, what type of services do they want. Maybe they want tutoring service, but they want a mixture of virtual and a mixture of in-person. So you have to listen to them, listen to their challenges, because maybe virtual may not just, their attention span is low, right? Some of them, so they want that hands-on, physical, in person. So you might now restructure your sessions to say, well, all right, for the next 6 months, we're going to do three virtual and maybe one in person, right? And we're going to do solutions and wrap things up with that one in person. So they get that hands-on feel, they get that hands-on touch to your service, right? So basically, this is just understanding what is the challenge and bringing about a solution to that challenge. So we're looking at channels, ways of marketing your products. How do you market your products? Where do you find your customers? Where are they gathered? Where are they located? Are they online? Are they on you can find them in person, wherever you can find them in the different locations. Do they utilize traditional ways of looking at, maybe let's say television or listening radio? Are they of older population, because the older population not so tech savvy, so they may not find them on Instagram, you may not find them on Facebook. You might find them on the morning programs, right? The local morning programs. They might sit down and listen to their radio. They might, you might find them looking at a newspaper. So you might want to put an ad in the newspaper or a flyer in the newspaper. So firstly, understanding your segment, your market segment, who you are marketing to. If you're marketing to millennials, right? The younger generation, you're going to definitely want to go on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Definitely you're going to find them there, right? Also, social media is a free way of advertising. You just have to structure your marketing campaigns, and put them out. What else can we say about marketing? And marketing also, branding goes hand in hand with the marketing as well. So you want to develop your branding for your business, the look, the feel, the colors of your business, all these different things play a big part in marketing, right? You want to maybe do some branding, build a website, have all your social media pages up and active and running. And you, again, understanding your target audience will help you to define where you're spending most time on advertising. Again, millennials, go to social media. Older generation, look at traditional ways of advertising your business. Once you understand your market segment, you'll understand where to market, to reach them, how to pull them and attract them to your page, to attract them to your particular products and services, right? And there's a whole host of techniques that you can utilize when it comes to PR and events and sales, online marketing, traditional marketing. There's strategy in all of these things. I think nobody gets into business because it's pastime, it's fun, it's something that I dreamed of all along and I just want to do it. No, we don't get into business because we just want to do something, we want to fulfill, we get into business because we want to impact, we want to create change, and it is business. We want to make profits. We want to have sales, and we want to get revenues and we want to increase our profits, right? That is why we are in business, right? So moving forward, let me see, cost structure. So your cost structure is basically, you know, your expenses, your incomes, that type of thing, right? How it is you're managing your business financially, right? How it is you're setting up your structure for success, right? So you want to define the key costs associated with your business. Give me 1 minute. Sorry. Okay, okay. Sorry about that. So yes, you want to define the key costs associated with your business. And this may include your fixed and your variable cost. So you want to consider your expenses related to the production, to your marketing, your personnel, technology, and your infrastructure. So these are all costs that will be associated with, you know, properly setting your business up. You may want to, let's say, you know, you have to get your raw materials to bake the breads. You have to get your flour, your sugar, your yeast, your salt, your butter, your milk, get all your raw materials, right? So now that you finished baking the bread, you can't bake the bread and have it sit down and, you know, you're not pushing it out. So you have to have costs associated to marketing, right? If it is you want to get into the local grocery stores, or you want to get into the shops, or maybe you have a store set up by your house, or whatever the case may be, you have to, you know, market so that your intended audience will know you have something to offer. They will know you have bread for sale. So you might want to put up some ads, maybe on social media, or you want to push out marketing. You may want to hire somebody to run your social media or run your marketing, because sometimes, yes, you know, as sole traders, as business owners, you know, sometimes we are the only person in our business and we do it all. We do the actual shopping for the raw materials, the actual baking. We do marketing as well. You know, we bring in and try to manipulate the technology and set up all the infrastructure for our business. And when you find that is happening, sometimes our business slow down, because we cannot focus on all areas, you know, at the same time. So you may want to get somebody, you may want to outsource something, you may want to hire someone for the marketing who only focus on marketing, somebody who, you know, only helps with procuring the raw materials and these type of things. So all of these things have a cost. Write it down, track it properly, because sometimes you may think, well, you know, I'm going to do some shopping, and you go to the grocery, you pick up your materials, but then you may not study, well, okay, well, I could have get this by this grocery for a little less. I could save some money there, or maybe I could have buy flour in a bulk, you know, or I could have buy this in a bulk and, you know, save there. So these are some of the things you want to look when it is you're building out your cost structure and setting that up, and, you know, really maximizing where you can save on the cost. And then you have your key metrics. So let's look at revenue before key metrics, right? So you want to identify the potential sources of revenue for your business, right? Define how you will generate income. Again, we are not in business because it's a game, it's fun, we like colors and putting them together. We are in a business because we want to generate income, right? Such as through product sales, subscription, advertising, or licensing. So there's a number of strategies, a number of techniques you can use to define how it is you generate income, right? So sales, product sales is basics, right? And most persons stop at product sales, because I have this bottle of water. It's empty, by the way. I have this bottle of water. This is my product, and I want to sell this, and I am just going to exchange this for money, right? That is the basic in business. I have this product, you have money, you need water, so I will sell you this water and I will get the revenues from the sale of water. And people keep it basic. That's transactional, right? That's transactional, right? So when you talk about subscriptions, that's a different strategy of selling, right? So subscriptions could be that, let's say, for example, I have the same bottle of water, but it's a different technique of selling to you. Let's say you absolutely need 10 bottles of water every month. Absolutely. At the end of the month, you absolutely need 10 bottles of water. Subscription model will say, so you need 10 bottles, $2 for a bottle of water, $20 every month, like clockwork, will come out of your bank account, will come to my bank account, and I will deliver this water for you every month like clockwork. So that is subscription model. And that is a model where a lot of people tend to do really well with it, because you now don't have to remind people that they need the water. It automatically comes to their door because of subscription, right? And then you have, different ways of advertising your product. You may want to do bargaining. You may want to do combos. So KFC, we all know KFC. They are familiar with their combo, their 2-piece combo or their 3-piece combos. So with the combos, you might get a 2-piece of chicken, you might get a fries, you might get a drink, you might get a drink with that, or you might get a coleslaw or a biscuit, right? So those are combos. So you think about you as a sole trader or as a small business selling something. Let's say, for example, you're selling breads, and you want to do, you want to increase sales and you want to do a combo. You may want to pair, let's say, for example, bread with, let's say, a particular paste. Let's say maybe you add a particular cheese paste, or you maybe invest in these smaller peanut butters and you put it together, and that's a combo, right? People tend to rush combos because they think they getting a better deal, or they're getting more for less, that type of thing. So look at different ways of advertising, bringing things together so that you can push more product. And then licensing is a different way. A lot of technology companies, you'll see them licensing their services. Maybe you might have a company licensing a product for maybe 2 years, 3 years, that type of thing. So these are different revenue structures. Sorry, am I on time? Yes, I'm on time. Right, so these are different revenue structures you may want to think about as you build your organization, you build your business. Think about how your customers might respond to some of these tactics or strategies you're putting out, right? And then we look at key metrics. So key metrics basically help you to make your business better, right? So we're going to list the critical activities required to deliver your product and services and create value for your customers. These activities can include product development, marketing campaigns, customer support, and partnerships, right? So you want to look at key things. Let's say, for example, you're running a campaign for millennials on social media to get them to come to your page, to get them to engage, to like, to comment, to share, and most importantly, to purchase your products. So everything I mentioned there are key metrics. So you're going to look at how many people is coming to your page. You might want to look at the age group, who is coming to your page. You might want to look at the gender, who's coming to the page. You might look at the engagement. How many persons engage with you in this particular week? So, last week, only 5 persons engaged with my thing, but I really had to up my game so that this week I would see, an increase. 20 persons like my stuff this week. Great, that is awesome. What can we do to make that into 100 persons, into 1,000 persons, into more persons interacting, engaging, liking, commenting, sharing, and most importantly, purchasing your products, right? So these are some of the key metrics. Again, as I mentioned before, there's so many different strategies, so many different ways you can maneuver your business for success, just utilizing some of these techniques, right? So you definitely want to keep track of your key metrics, and key metrics may differ based on the products you have. So you just want to identify what is important to you. What is important to make your business grow? What is important to your customers, right? What is some of the feedback your customers are giving you? How can you take that feedback now, make it a key metric, and now tweak it and make it much better? So when you put it back out, it will be received by your customers, because this is something they suggested. How awesome it is, I suggest a pink box for KFC, and for the month of Cancer Awareness Month, they make pink boxes at KFC, right? That's listening to customers, listening and, getting their feedback, listening and acting upon it, and everybody will be like, oh, KFC, let's purchase KFC, we'll get a pink box, So different techniques, different strategies will help you to grow your business, help you develop it, and help you to be successful. Because again, in business, we're not here to play. We're not here for games. We're here to make money. We're here to, to increase our income through business. So you really, really want to pay particular attention to your customers, their needs. You're not building a business because you like it, because you feel like this might do well, or you feel. It's not about what we feel, but it's about what we are putting for our target audience. What are the challenges they are having, and how we can be a solution to their challenge. So with that, I come to the end of my presentation. I just want you all to remember that the Lean Canvas provides a simplified framework for entrepreneurs to quickly outline their business model, test assumptions, and iterate on their ideas based on customer feedback and data. It helps in focusing on the most important, and that is important, sorry. It helps in focusing on the most important aspect of a business. So you're eliminating all the noise, right? All the noise of who is here and who is there, this department, that department, but you really want to keep focus on what makes the money, what makes you the profit, right? So these are the things that will help you to, look at a different aspect of your business and encourage a lean and iterative approach to building a successful business. So, with this, you're going to try to mitigate some of the risk. There's always risk involved in business, but keeping a keen eye on your Lean Canvas and the elements of it will help you to mitigate some of those risks and build a successful startup, a successful business. So that brings us to the end of the presentation. I really hope that you would have grasped something from it that you can now take back to your business, take back to whatever initiative that you're leading. And, I really hope that you all benefited tonight, and I'm opening it up now to hear some of your questions. So if you have questions, you feel free to raise your hand, feel free to put it in the chat. I will look at the chat and I will answer some of the questions that you all may have. Let me check the chats here. Okay, so I'm seeing this question. This was from earlier on. June is asking, is it pain points or main points? So yes, it is pain points. Thanks, Lucia. It is pain points. So pain points is basically the challenges your customers are having, right? What are the issues? What are the problems they are having? Every problem has a solution, and you would want to know what are the problems they are having, so that you can be the ideal solution for that problem. And once you have that solution, they are going to buy in to that solution. Any questions? Don't be shy, there's no silly question, feel free. Those who have businesses, this is your time. Feel free to ask the questions that, you wanted to ask about your business. So I'm seeing June. Yes, June, unmute.
Hi, good evening. Good evening,
Good day.
everybody. Okay, so this market survey and all of that, it's I wouldn't say a recent thing, but more recent than past, right? And I'm thinking of persons who, before the information age, invented things like the guy who invented the computer, Albert Einstein, and all these people who invented things and people bought it, right? Do we have evidence that they ever did this whole market survey thing? And if not, why were they successful without all of this?
So I can't answer the question. Maybe in them times they didn't had much idea about market research and these in-depth strategies, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I know that what they would have done is try and try and try and try and fail and try, fail, try, fail, try until they are successful.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah, so I know that for sure that they would have done some of these type of things.
So that technically would have been their way of doing a survey.
Exactly.
Whereas we, in a sense, don't have to go through all of that now. We can get the information from in front.
Exactly.
Okay.
I see Lucia. Lucia, you can add to that as well.
Yes, I just I wanted to add, you basically said part of what I wanted to emphasize, and is that this link canvas actually came about because all of the difficulties that was before. Once you go through the link canvas, you minimize all that trial and error that people used to do before, because yes, they was successful, but the question is how many times they have to fail to actually become successful. I mean, everybody knows that, especially if you are in business already, that to be successful, you have to fail forward. There's no success without failing forward. But what about if you have now a blueprint, a roadmap that could take you faster, right? Reduce the risk and reduce the losses, because you have to think about how much money they would have lose anytime that they fail, right? So now what the link canvas is providing to you is like this lobby, even before. And I would like for Alisa to testify about this after, right? So I want to go very quick. Because we develop a whole program, a whole 6-week program, and this we take the link canvas from our module 1 to our module 3. So alongside all the teaching, they would have complete the link canvas. So for persons that now thinking about starting a business, if they go through the steps of the link canvas diligently, right, two things could happen there, and we saw it happening in the program. There are people who actually was thinking about getting in business, and because they would have been able to go through the link canvas, look at the problems, look at the segmentation, they realize, no, this is not the business I have to go into now, right? So you have your idea, time to validate your idea. Using the link canvas, you realize that you don't really have a market for that now, or you realize that you are not prepared for that now, that you have to do a little more research. And one of the reasons why there is a lot of people out there because they get frustrated when they started a business. Why my food is good, this and that, is because they didn't do this research, right? A little research will take away a lot of the risk and a lot of the losses that you could have on your business. Now, for those who already have their businesses, if you take this link canvas, the 9 blocks of the link canvas, you could actually strategize on your business, right? Get more focus on your unique value proposition. There are people who just say, well, food is selling, I'm going to sell food. But it's not the moment for you to get into selling food. Maybe it's not the geographic area where you could launch a food business because you don't have a unique value proposition that could actually match or better off your competition. So you see them little businesses here, there, and they are not making. Once you could go through a blueprint, a road that is already being paved, you will avoid yourself in the first place losing so much money. There are people who go and get into big investments and they just will never be profitable, right? Lack of this research. So yes, in the past we suffer, but now we have solutions at least to mitigate that suffering. So you know, at this at this
Thank
point,
you very much. Yes.
okay, you must welcome June. And you know, I want to do something. I don't know, Alisa, if I will put you on the spot. I mean, we are so proud of Alisa. Alisa would have been one of the selected candidates for our tribe program, and she did so well. She did so much well that she was featured in CNC3, Mind Your Business. And Alisa, I want you to give your personal experience, because I know you have it, on how the link canvas actually help you or help your business.
Yes, well, everything that Miss Lucia, Miss Jamie said about the lean canvas is so true, people. One of the experiences I had with the lean canvas is with marketing. And I was so poor and terrible in marketing. But when Miss Lucia and Miss Jamie taught us that session in marketing, and I took all their knowledge, all their wisdom, and applied it to my business. I remember Instagram messaging me a morning and letting me know that I had 90% advance in my business growth, meaning that things that I thought, okay, I will do this my way because I've seen it this way, and you know, you're studying about Miss Lucy and never saying you want to do it your way because you want this for your business. But when I tried it their way, I will never forget. I still have that screenshot where Instagram said your business has grown 90%, and I was so grateful. I was so happy. I got more views, more customers. It brought more customers, more sales to my business. And up to this day, people who saw the change in my page reach out to me. Plenty of my sales today came from the growth of my online marketing, my how I advertise my business, how I put it out there. And I must say to Miss Jamie and Miss Lucia, thank you for that. So the lean canvas is so important for your business. As Miss Jamie said, it finds the problem, what problem you want to solve, why people must buy baked alley bread and not kiss bread. You know, what about my product is so different from these other bakeries, these other groceries, these other supermarkets. So your lean canvas solves all your problems. So I must say thank you so much. And I would encourage you all to get to their business, let them help you out. If you have a business, if you're planning to open a business, or if you know somebody, Miss Lucia, Miss Jamie would help you all.
Amazing. Thanks for that, Alyssa. And I want to say it here too. The link canvas.
Miss Jamie, sorry for cutting you off, but
yes.
I think it has a question.
Yeah, I see Miss June asking, and I was coming to talk about that.
Sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
Right. So we'll address that in a little. What I was going to say, the link canvas, as I did it for you all tonight, I mean, it's 1 hour, a little over 1 hour. So we can't pack everything to overwhelm you tonight, but entrepreneur, look at my pauses reason, because entrepreneurship is a passion of mine, you know, and I always say entrepreneurship is like your baby, you know, you give birth to this baby and you want to see this baby become an 18-year-old, you want to see this baby become strong and healthy, you want to see this baby grow. So you have to nurture it. You have to get up every morning and think about this baby. You have to feed it. You have to dress it. You have to clothe it. You have to take care of it. And so too, like your business, you have to understand the different techniques, the different strategies. You have to know when to do something or when to do this or when to market, you know, on social media or traditional media. You have to know when to bring different packages and combos for your customers. You know, you have to know these and when to do it is important as well to when, you know. So again, the lean canvas is as it is tonight is just a snapshot, but there's different facets, there's different aspects, how to do the research, how to do branding, and branding is a powerful topic that you all, every business need to know how to do proper branding. Something simple as selecting colors for your business. You know, what is the psychology of selecting a particular color for your business? You know, as I would say, it's not just about I like pink, you know, or I like blue, so I'm just going to put my favorite color here, you know. But you have to associate it. If you're having, let's say, for example, a health product, you're promoting a health product, you want to associate that with color, earth tone colors, the greens, the blues, you know, earth tone, the browns, because it's health. Right, so that's just an example there. So the question in the chat says from Miss June, for persons who want more of this training, how can they get it, please? And I'll give Lucia to answer that question.
Awesome. So Alisa, I think Alisa have the links for our social media. Alisa, if you could just put it in the chat, or I don't know if you want to put it in this chat or in the chat, Church, but I think for the benefit of those who are here, we actually offer these services. We actually offer these workshops, right, for the wider audience. What we could do through the church, we could just do personalized packages, right? Thinking about the specific needs that you would have. But this is a service that actually women offer, workshops. We also do other things, coaching one-to-one. If you have your business and you just want one-to-one coach, what you could do is you could send us an email at womentt2022@gmail.com. You could also come in our social media, contact us via social media. And I will say, because the church have given us the forum to actually address you, I think that you could organize something once it's like 10 and up individuals who are interested really in getting our services, and we could do a special package or a special offer for you guys. But yes, we offer those services, and when we get sponsorship, by all means, we'll let the leadership of the church know that we're having a sponsor workshop or sponsor events. But until that happen again, because that was the case of Thrive, that Alisa would have benefit, and Ryan as well, we offer the services on this type of workshop. So you actually will get basically 3 modules that will be business idea and validation. That will be one module. You will get a next module would be branding and marketing, right? And then you will get a module will target finances and pitching. So this is the main 3 workshops that we have. As I say, it's a service, but we could actually converse with the leadership once we get 10, minimum of 10 individuals who really wanted to grab the services and work a personalized package for you guys. Besides that, well, we have other services that you could find in our social media as well. Some of them we haven't fully open, because what we're doing is we're working with our Thrive group of women. We keep working with them, we keep giving them one-to-one coaching, even in other topics, in other areas, right? Services of branding, services of social media management and stuff like that. So if you have that interest, reach out to us, womentt2022@gmail.com. Send us a message in our social media. Now, if you want like more bigger workshop, as I say, minimum of 10 persons, we could work out a special package for the sisters and brothers in the church. And of course, well, we will extend it to males as well, you know.
Miss Lucia, what I can do, I will talk to Sister Avi and we will work out a form and we will get some people on board for this and we will post it up in the chat. So it'll be available to the church whereby persons with business who want this service can sign up and we can work out something. So Sister Avi will...
On our end, what we could do, we are going to just to give you the services as is, but from that we could always work something, you know,
yes,
tailored for the brothers and sisters in the church.
Okay, great. Anything else, Miss Jamie and Miss Lucia?
Miss June. I mean, if we have no more questions, I think our work here is finished.
Yes.
You know,
I know it has been a very, very long day for the both of us. Very long day, but the commitment was there and we had to commit to our brothers and sisters. And I'm so happy and honored that the leadership of the church actually would have called on us, on Women on Media and Education Network, to conduct this session. And I pray that you could really, really incorporate this, do a little more research about Link Canvas, and you will see that you really, really need to get this done pack.
Yeah.
Miss Lucia, Miss Jamie, I want to say thank you so much for taking the time. And I know you already had a long day, but thank you for being faithful and being here and giving us wisdom in your knowledge that you all have for us. With that being said, Pastor Ryan, are you there? Pastor Ryan will close us off.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. I just want to...
Good evening, Pastor Ryan.
Evening. My lighting is a little awkward where I'm at, so please forgive me for that. I just want to appreciate Sister Lucia.
Thank you.
Sister Lucia, tonight I see you in a different light. I see you in your professional light. You know, our friendship or relationship extends beyond this professional light, and I want to say how much you are a blessing to us. You're a blessing to the church, and we appreciate your involvement in tonight's session. And Sister, hope you don't mind, Sister Hoyt.
It's fine. I'm a sister.
I want to say how much we appreciate you just investing your time and talent and skill in this in tonight's initiative. It truly is a blessing, and I trust that many of our persons who are on tonight would have been inspired. I know some persons who are on are already small business owners, and then there are some of us who are still in the process of contemplating and thinking and trying to decide if we'd like to get into business. And I know after tonight's session, what you would have shared would have really solidified in our mind that it is something worth doing. So really just thank you on behalf of the church. We thank you. You folks would have covered the last leg of our Stewardship Month. We would have had sessions on financial planning, retirement, and tonight's session is on entrepreneurship. So you all would have covered the final leg. And we are truly appreciative of the time invested in the session tonight. I also want to appreciate our stewardship team, Sister Rudy Ann Tanis, who would have coordinated this month's seminars. Thank you, Sister Rudy Ann and finance team. And tonight I also want to appreciate our host, Sister Alyssa, who would have played a great role in hosting tonight's session. Truly appreciate you, Sister Alyssa. So again, thank you so much. So we'll end with prayer. We'll end with prayer. And of course, this is being aired on our YouTube channel. So you're more than welcome to go back to the church's YouTube channel where you can look at this session or previous sessions. So let us pray. Father, we give you praise, we give you thanks, we give you all the honor and glory. And Father, tonight, especially thank you, Lord, for our facilitators, Sister Hoyt and Sister Lucia, for just pouring and sharing their knowledge, sharing their wisdom in the area of small business management and starting a business. And I pray a special prayer of blessing over their lives. Cover them, Lord, and guide them. And I also pray, Father, for persons tonight who may own small business, who may be entrepreneurs. I pray, God, that you bless their business, cause it to flourish, Lord. And those of us who are thinking of starting a business, I pray that you guide us and lead us, Father. So, Lord, Father, have your way today, I pray. In Jesus' mighty name. Amen and amen. Praise God. So thank you again, folks, and God bless you. And as I said, you're more than welcome to return to the YouTube channel to see the session again. Thank you.
so
Bye.
much, Pastor
Thank you so
Ryan.
much.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Good night, everybody.
All right.
Good
Take
night,
care.
everyone, and thank you.
Peace.
Okay.
Good
God
night.
bless you.
Hey, good night, everyone.
Thank you again.
Good night.
Good night.